Corbett Wall with DV Auction, here with your feeder flash for Thursday, May the 20th, brought to you by Normycin by Norbrook. Normycin is a proven go-to antibiotic for a broad spectrum of cattle diseases and infections. For more information, go to norbrook.com. Last sale at St. Joe Stockyards, pretty emotional. Especially as they just got done running the last string of cattle through the ring there, and tears were shed, and it was quite a deal. I was glad I was able to be here for it. Let's talk about the board. June live cattle futures up 15 cents at 116.90. August up 40 cents at 120.12. You go on our back months of live cattle, down 67 to up just a dime, so a little bit of loss there on the back months. How about May feeder cattle? Down 62 cents at 136.57. August up 95 at 152.87. Go on your back months on feeder cattle, up 10 cents to up 122, so gains everywhere on that. Talk about your fat cattle trade. Had moderate trading again on Wednesday. Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, packers didn't need any cattle at all. Yet they bought cattle in almost every 5 area every day of the week so far. Iowa, 3,300 head confirmed on Wednesday, 120 to 121.25. We've been running from steady to a buck, maybe a little stronger than a buck, higher so far this week. Dress sales, the highest we've seen so far, 190 to 193. Out in Nebraska, 4,400 head confirmed on Wednesday, 120 and 191. Kansas, about 4,700 head from 119 to 120 and 191. Texas, just a few head at 120, just a few loads there. Colorado, about 400 head at 120. Box beef cutout values higher again, but it looks like they're just about to tip the scales, guys, just about to go over. I think if we got select cuts over $3 a pound, that would be the straw that broke the camel's back. I tell you what, there's a lot of gall going on here with these packers grazing these box beef cutout values and not giving much more at all for these fat cattle. But your box beef cutout values Wednesday afternoon, choice cuts 323.38, up 4 cents. Your selects 299.69, so we're right there, guys. 31 cents away from $3 a pound for select cuts. Unbelievable, up 64 cents. Slaughter's running pretty good this week. 353,000 through Wednesday compared to 348,000 last week and just 307,000 the same week a year ago. Your feeder cattle market, your real-time index on DV Auction on Wednesday afternoon, 133.75. That was 83 cents higher than the end of Tuesday's trade there. So markets were steady, strong on Wednesday. I'm going to give you a few quotes there and then several from St. Joe. OKC West, El Reno, Oklahoma, 6,000 head. Feeder cattle were called steady, and calves on Tuesday also mostly steady. Stick out deal that I got from John Cooper from El Reno, 75 head, 955 pound steers, bring 127.50. Winter livestock, Dodge City, Kansas, just a light run there, about 900 head there. Not enough of any one class to really test the market there. Now I want to give you a rundown of St. Joe, and I can't tell you how much fun we had at St. Joe, but it was also kind of emotional. It said several auctioneers there, including myself. We had the regular auctioneer who sold the first one and the last one, be Greg Bose, and I tell you what, he did a great job there. Had Greg Clement, the voice of St. Joe Stockyards on KFEQ for decades there, sold. Lanny Ireland, world champion auctioneer, was on hand and sold. The reigning world champion Russell Sleep also sold on there. And just a great market. It was sharply higher than the last good test they had 2 weeks ago. Last sale ever, St. Joe Stockyards, 135 years. Just going around and seeing all the people and the old timers, the new timers, and people that have spent a significant part of their career and their life at St. Joe Stockyards. Some of the quotes that they had on there had 69 head of 750 pound steers, bring 153.85. Tell you what, the market's not the reason they're closing the stockyards. 190 head of black steers, big long string weight, 884 at 135.60. The last cattle that went through the ring, David Ruoff cattle, I tell you what, he's been backgrounded cattle for 100 years, been buying cattle and selling cattle at St. Joe. He sold the last hoof that went through there, and it was a load of cattle. He brings in loads all the time. He requested to have the last cattle come through the ring. He got it. David Ruoff, 50 head, 940 head of backgrounded steers there, all black. Last ones through the ring, 135 and a quarter. That'd be a high for the United States and the world on Wednesday, bought by Bob Foote Cattle Company. That's your feeder flash for Thursday.